What is up, guys? Ben here, and welcome back to episode number 8 of my career mode, my Everton career mode. If you guys haven't seen the other episodes, then I do advise you just to go back and check them out, just so you're up to date of where we are in the season and how we're getting on, stuff like that, how we're playing, all that sort of good stuff. And if you are up to date, then all I can do is stay seated, and we'll get on with the episode. So in this episode, we are going to try and get through as many games as I possibly can, just because I want to get to the January transfer window as fast as I can. There are a lot of players that I want to sign, a lot of exciting players that I want to sign, and one very, very big transfer that isn't actually working out for the club in real life. I'm sure that's enough information already, but I want to sign him anyway because he is an absolute legend. So we are going to be trying to do that in January, obviously, so we do have to get there first. We are at the start of November, no, the start of December, I think, or the end of November, one or the other, and we do have the first game against QPR that we are, of course, going to simulate. As you can see, we are halfway through it now, more than halfway through it, and it is actually at the end. We do draw 1-1, which isn't actually that bad, you know. Simulating games is always very dodgy, you know. You can never really get... you can never really predict the result, sort of thing. There's never a set result. So we move on, and we do have a game against Southampton. Now, Southampton are obviously the team that I managed last year, so I have a bit of a connection with Southampton. Obviously, still want to beat them because, you know, Everton is where my allegiances lie, sort of thing now. So obviously, I want to do as well as I can with Everton, but obviously beating Southampton is going to be a little bit of a pain, sort of thing. But anyway, we are going to move on to it, and we are going to be running with a... I can't remember if this is the side we changed up. I believe it is. This is the team we changed up. Yeah, that's it. We're running with the still the centre forward. Lukaku isn't quite fit yet. So as you can see, it's Howard, Coleman, Stones, Jagielka, Baines, and we have Besic at one centre back, Barry at the other, and then we have Atsu on the left, Morella's on the right, Barkley at cam, and then Sami Eto'o up front. Pretty strong side, I'm not going to lie. Do start things off with a corner that we whip in, and Atsu actually gets on the end of it, and a marvellous header right into the top bin from Atsu. Not going to be stopping that anytime soon, which is absolutely fantastic for us. Getting a nice early lead, and we could sort of push on from there. Use the momentum. We take it slightly around the goalkeeper with Sami Eto'o and tuck it into the net. Eto's been absolutely spectacular for me. He's very, very old, I'm not going to lie. And I'm not a fan of using the older players. You know, they're not quite as fit. You know, they don't last as long, and you know, it's a bit of an annoyance as Shane Long gets a header back. So we will maybe be looking to shift Esso in January, whilst he's still worth something. Obviously, he's still the top goal scorer at the minute, so I don't want to be getting rid of him unnecessarily, sort of thing. But it's something that we might have to do. And what about that for a hilarious own goal? I think it was Alderweireld or whatever he's yeah, him, Toby, whatever he's called, the Belgian one, slides in and knocks it over his own goalkeeper and taps it in the net for a own goal, which is absolutely, well, it's pretty funny. And then they actually get a rebound here. I can't remember who actually scored the rebound, but the first time swivel volley from Shane Long actually, you know, troubled the goalkeeper, troubled Tim Howard, and he palmed it away to the goal scorer, whoever that was. I can't quite remember who it was. I think it might have been Pella, but I'm not 100% sure. And that is the final whistle. We do end up winning 3-2. Quite a close game, I'm not going to lie. A really, really well fought result for us, you know, and we did have to fight all the way to the end for it, which is always a good thing, always entertaining. And at the minute, I'm finding my career mode more entertaining than my ultimate team, obviously, with the way they've changed the defending. You know, you're not scoring many goals, so I do actually find this slightly more entertaining to play now, but hopefully they'll change the defending system very, very soon. So we move on into a game against Stoke, and we are going to simulate the rest of the games from here on out, because, you know, like I said, I want to get as many games done as I can, just because I want to get to that January transfer window, and I want to start signing the players that, you know, we need to make the squad a lot stronger than what it is, as my batteries are running low. So we do have a game against Stoke that I'm going to make sure we do well in. Well, I can't make sure about it, can I, because I'm simming it, but the team is pretty simple. We do bring Lukaku back after his injury, and 3 minutes in, Ross Barkley scores the goal, which is absolutely spectacular. We kind of want Lukaku to start scoring again, because he's sort of in a drought at the minute. He hasn't scored much. Obviously, he's been injured. He wasn't really scoring a lot before his injury, and, you know, so he needs to start scoring goals again very, very soon. Hopefully his new strike partner in January will make things a lot easier for him, but Sami Eto'o actually getting the goal there, and it's quite frustrating that we are actually going to get rid of Samuel Eto'o. I am definitely going to get rid of him in January, that's for sure, because he is one of those players that he's very good, without a doubt he's very good, but he's old, and if I keep him for too long, then he could end up being worth absolutely nothing by the time I do come around to sell him. So it is time I get rid of him and actually get a decent amount of value for him, sort of thing, and hopefully, you know, we'll be able to put the money towards a good replacement, a suitable replacement. As you can see, Lukaku not quite up to this game, So we do take him out, put Atsu up front, because I like the formation this is. I like playing this formation, and then we bring Gnabry onto the left mid to replace Atsu, who's now playing up front. So, pretty standard stuff. We do go into the game against Newcastle. Strong favourites, I'd say. Newcastle are quite a way down the table. We are obviously in first place. We are away from home, which is obviously always going to be extremely hard. So we're going to make sure that, we're going to make sure we've got to get something away from this game, put it that way. And a quiet start, a yellow card for Newcastle, and then, like I said, these quiet starts are really, really frustrating. I like to see goals in these, but another yellow card. We actually get a goal there from Eto, and then Eto came off. They got an equaliser, and then from there on it was sort of a stalemate thing. No one really wanted to budge. No one really wanted to give anything away, and so therefore no one actually gained anything. And when the clock comes to 90, there it is. It is a 1-1 draw, which is a bit of a pain. And so we do go on into this game against Hull. I think it's the 1st of January now, so we are officially in the January transfer window. And the first thing I want to do is get rid of these couple of emails. And then the second thing I think I do is go into the transfers and go for the player that I want to sign in January. And for those of you that haven't guessed who it is already by my clues I've given away, you'll find out very, very shortly. And he is a man that I've not really admired because he can be a bit of a dick, I'm not going to lie. I'm sure you've guessed who it is now. It is, of course, Mario Balotelli. He's funny, he's just a legend. And, he's a good footballer as well, without a doubt he's a good footballer. He's just not quite fitting into the Liverpool style. Balotelli's one of those players where he has to have the team around him perform for him to perform. He's sort of one of those players that thinks, why should I play well when no one else is? Or why should I give 100% when no one else is? If everybody else is giving 100% around him, then, you see what he's like when he played against Man United. For us, when we beat them 6-1, or when we beat QPR, you saw what he was like. He's pushing hard come the end. So it's, it's one of those things, and hopefully he does become good for us. Obviously, we've got to wait for the transfers to go through, of course. Hull actually take a lead against us in this game that we are simulating, which is not good. We also equalise very, very shortly afterwards. And we do move on from there. Hopefully now we're going to push on and get a nice result from this game. Obviously, Eto picking up another goal, which just makes it even harder for me to get rid of him. I'm trying to think of a way. The only way I can afford Balotelli, you'll see in a minute, the only way I can afford Balotelli is to offer a player up. And, usually if you're buying a striker, the player you have to offer is usually one of the same position. And I don't have many strikers, I'm not going to lie. I want 3 strikers. But I want Balotelli more than I want 3 strikers, which is kind of stupid, but at the same time it makes sense to me, and it is hard without a doubt. So we do go on in, we do try and advance through stopping simulation, which only means one thing, that Liverpool have found the offer unacceptable. We tried to go for a 20 million offer straight away, so then we go for a 20 million offer, and I do put in Samuel Eto'o, but I'm trying to find some players that could be a suitable replacement to put in for Samuel Eto'o. Hopefully that we can say we give them 25 million and, maybe Joel Campbell or someone like that. Maybe I think I might try that. But, hopefully they'll accept something that isn't Samuel Eto'o because, obviously, he's just doing so well at the minute. But we are coming to the end of the episode, guys. We do have a game after this. You'll see here we do put an offer in for Balotelli. They do accept it, so we do put a contract offer in. I think he declines the first one, and then we've got to send another one, which I bump up to like 120 grand a week or something like that. Like I said, it's Balotelli now. I'm willing to pay a lot of money for him because it is Mario Balotelli, which is so stupid if you think about it, but I try not to think about it that much as we do advance on into the game. We do have a game against York City, which will be simulated at the start of the next episode, which will be out probably tomorrow, maybe the day after. You might even get a double upload today, who knows, but we'll try and get I'll try and get as many videos out for you today as I can. Obviously daily uploads are going to continue no matter what. As you can see here, we do go for 120 grand a week for Mario Balotelli. But like I said, guys, that's the end of the episode. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out my channel if you also enjoyed it. Don't forget to do all that social media stuff, Facebook, Twitter. Share it all over there. Share it with your friends, share it with your family, all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter, which is @BenMartin_1. And I will see you guys in my next video, and hopefully we'll secure Mario Balotelli. Adios.